This conference will now be recorded.
What is our application? Let me finish the explanation, no problem. Let me finish the explanation anywhere it is okay. See, there is a best practice. There are best practices that a developer should be following. So whenever you are working with PRPC, PRPC is a tool. You have to follow the best practices suggested by Pegasystems. When the best practices are being followed, then your application performance will be good. See, out of the best practices, one of the main important best practice is avoid creating your own activities. This is the best practice. Avoid creating your own activities. What is the statement means? What does it mean? General meaning. It should, whenever it is possible to implement a functionality, if you're trying to create an activity by yourself, please try to avoid. Okay, and when you avoid doing it, then how can you achieve it? See, Pega comes up with so many OOTP activities. If you go to records technical activity, how many activities are there per page? If you take 40 into 257, that 40 into 57 you leave as different versions. 40 into 200, these many OOTP activities are available with different functionalities. See, if you're writing an activity for some reason, I want to write an activity in order to send an email notification to customer. I'm writing by myself because I'm good at coding and all. Let's say, for example, instead of you write the activity, even though you are a gem in coding, you should be using OOTP activity provided by Pega. What is the activity name? Send email notification. Pega comes up with so many functionalities like this, already identified and created. So anytime if you are writing an activity by yourself, try not to write activity by yourself, use OOTP activity. Let's say OOTP activity is not available. So the functionality which you would like to implement, there is no OOTP activity provided in the system. Then how do you achieve it? Then how are you going to achieve this? So without using OOTP activity, if you want to achieve it, you need to look at alternate rules to activities. So if I create activity, there will be some functional output result, right? The same result, the same functionality, is it possible to achieve by using a different rule and activity? Alternate rule. So one of those alternate rules for activity is report definition rule. What is the report definition rule? It is an alternative activity in case if you want to fetch the records from table, in which format? Page list format. Understand? So in a page list format, if you want to retrieve the records from a table, you can write activity by yourself and use obj browse method, or you can use an alternate rule. You can create an alternate rule called the report definition rule. So alternate, instead of writing by yourself, Pega provided alternate rules will give best performance. That's what they identified. That's why instead of activity, you have to go for alternate rule. It is not only best performance, there are some other issues. I'll explain you. Okay. See, if you are going to implement some functionality, as part of your functional requirement, you have to create an activity by yourself. Let's say first lookup is already any OOTP activity available in the system which is going to give the same functional output result. It is there, you pick it and use it. Otherwise, look at the alternate rule to activity, create alternate rule which will result into the same what you are expecting. Go with alternate. Both are not possible. Then you create your own activity. Pega never says that you don't create activities. Pega says only if possible, try to avoid creating your own activities. We have activities created, so many, use it, no problem. Okay. Now, in this activity, for the activity rule, which has obj browse method to fetch the records from the table, it can be altered with another rule. There can be an alternate rule for this. That is report definition rule. A report definition rule, when you create, this is how the output result is going to be. This is how the output result is going to be like this. Understand? It is fetching or not? It is fetching multiple records from table. Also, it is displaying the results in UI. Additional feature is there. Okay, not only that, just click on export to PDF. Details will be exported to PDF. Similarly, click on export and export to Excel. PDF exported, export Excel. These features, if you want to implement, you have to write your own activity related logic. Additional features are available with the report definition rule. Okay, so that's why you should go with report definition rule when possible by avoiding activity. There are so many OOTB features available. You can reuse it for multi-purpose, not only for browsing. After you browse, you export. After you browse, you are going to export to PDF or Excel, and you can schedule the reports to automatically run in the background without manual intervention. These features and all you have to manually perform when you are working with activity. Okay, so that's why report definition rule is advantageous than activities. It has more advantages. We'll discuss going forward. Okay, everyone clear so far? So now a report definition rule looks like this. In the query tab, you have edit columns where you see state code, state name. Leave about remaining columns, px create date time. That's not required to bother about. So this is select clause. Select state code, state name columns means fetch state code column and state name column from states table. That's it. There is no where condition. You can, if you want to add a where condition, where state code starts with, let's say, starts with T. For example, let me private edit this for some time, just for temporary editing purpose. Save, actions, and then run. Starting with T. Hey, what's going on? Starts with what? That did not get saved. Here you go. Run this. And only T related have been fetched. Okay, like this you can define where condition if you want to define. This is a basic idea and information about report definition rule. So you can create your own report definition rule. When you create your own report definition rule, it looks empty like this, where you are going to, these navigations I'll give you later while practicals. You can choose select clause, state code, I want to fetch state name, where some condition also you can give based on some column property. Okay, everyone clear so far? Now see, in a report definition rule, a report definition rule can be called from UI also. In a UI, on a drop down you have this facility. See here, if you go to section, customer detail section, see the data that is retrieved will be placed on clipboard under a page list. Okay, and you don't need to bother about that page list. You can call report definition rule in order to populate drop down. Just wait. So here you are going to choose report definition, and you call the report definition rule here, the class in which report definition rule is available, and name of the report definition rule that you choose, and property for display text, property for value. Then at runtime this report will run and fetch the data, and number of columns it will fetch. Whatever the column that you want to display, that column values will be populated into drop down. Not only displays, report definition rule can be worked on table layout. Do we work on table layout? So report definition rule can also be called from table layout. In a table layout, you go to properties. The source for a table layout, we have already used a page list. You remember, report definition result is also page list. So report definition can be used as a source for the drop down. So here, sorry, table layout. For a table layout, you can use report definition rule as a source, and you can display the data in a table format. And it is not only table format. You go to data display, you have chart. See, chart control is there. And chart control, you can use the chart control type here. Chart control, you can just go ahead and display. Where is it? Report definition. You can call report definition rule here. Report definition rule class and report definition rule. Data retrieved by this, it will be displayed visibility like this. It is going to be visible like a chart control. Then how do you get the report definition rule? Looks like a chart. Okay, so that's the main thing here. Hold on. Okay, anyhow, this is not a big deal. You can call like this, but let me show you. If you go to report definition rule, you go to second tab of the report definition. You go to second tab of the report definition rule, that is chart tab. It says that you must have at least one aggregate column to display report like a chart. You need to go to query tab, and here you need to choose it like summarize something. Okay, and now you go to chart tab. You have option for including chart. So this is how a report definition rule can be displayed like a chart. In order to choose the chart option, how you want to display report definition, like a circle, like this, what do you call this, candlestick, something like that. Okay, or it may be like a graph, or it may be like a speedometer. It depends the way you want, you can display. Okay, you can display like this, where you should have at least one aggregate column. You should have at least one aggregate column while you are going to deal with report definition as a chart. If you do not have any aggregate column, then report definition is not going to give you a chart option. At least one aggregate column is there, then only chart option will be available. Everyone clear? So I want to display report definition rule as a chart. So what you should do? You have to use a chart control in the section. Not only using chart control in the section, but also report definition rule also you have to have like chart option, where in order to get the chart option enabled, you should have at least one aggregate column. Make sense? Everyone clear? So report definition rule can be created under reports category. Report definition rule can be created under reports category, where you can specify the select clause and where clause, and you can display report definition rule like a chart format by using chart control. A report definition rule can be called in a on a drop down, or it can be called from a table layout. It can be made as a source for the table layout to display data like a normal table structure at runtime. Make sense? Everyone clear? Now see, the report definition rule that you create, you can call from many different places: drop down, table layout, hierarchical table layout, chart control. Like this, there are different places you can call report definition rule. Okay, we'll be learning calling it from activity also in the future sessions. Okay, as of now I'm not going to mention that point. And here you go. Now see the report definition rule. See, if you are writing obj browse method, you have already worked on activity obj browse, right? What are the parameters of obj browse method? Can someone please tell me? What are the parameters? Class name, first parameter. What is that class? Page name. Parameter page name on which you get ex results. And next one is class name. What is that class name? That is the table class from which you wanted to retrieve. But inside report definition rule, nowhere it is asking about the class name. Inside report definition rule, nowhere it is asking about the class name. Then from which table it is going to fetch? See, report definition rule itself to be created in the table class. But activity we did not create in table class. Report definition rule, whenever you are creating, you should create in the respective table class from which you wanted to retrieve the data. Suppose you are being given with a business requirement to retrieve the data from a country table. Then report definition rule should be created in which class? Countries class. Suppose you are trying to create a report definition to retrieve the data from states table. Then where you should create the report definition? In the states table. Okay, like this report definition rule you should be creating. You want to retrieve the data of cities. Then in which table you will be creating? Cities class. Cities class you will be creating. Suppose I want to create a report definition rule to fetch the data from country, states, both tables. Then I have to create in one of the main class, and I have to perform joins. You don't know about joins, we'll be learning later. It will take time. I'm not going to even explain now. Only basics. Now, when a report definition rule is being created, by default, a report definition rule can retrieve a maximum of, hold on please. Why the options are not available? Hold on. By default, a report definition rule can fetch visible paging. Where did I set paging and all? Just hold on a minute. ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నా ఫోన్ okay, see here, where did I set that paging? Hold on, I'm just checking once. Okay, I'll explain, hold on. See, a report definition rule by default usually can fetch a maximum of 500 rows only by default. Okay, I will create one more report. Hold on. Just by myself, I'll create reports, report definition, some name, create and open. Okay, I'll give you this navigations while practically working on things. Data access, see here. Disable paging to set max rows. Where did I set paging? Anyway, you see paging.
Report viewer.
Viewer. In report viewer, enable paging checkboxes.
Report
viewer tab in report definition.
Did I set paging option anywhere?
You didn't set, but I think it is by default coming.
Oh, by default, this is not actually.
Yeah.
You should not create like this. Okay, now see here, maximum number of rows to retrieve. How many it shows? By default, that is how it functions. It functions to set the value of 500 to retrieve maximum. You create a report definition rule. Table has 1000 records, but how many it will be retrieving? 500 only. Even you did not have any condition. But I want you to set it to maximum of 10,000. I can set it to maximum of 10,000. I can set this one a maximum of 10,000 rows to retrieve. Okay, suppose if I have given 20,000, then it cannot fetch 20,000. The maximum will be 10,000 only. If you don't set any value here, maximum is 500. That can be override up to 10,000 records. Understand everyone clear? So even though you are mentioning 20,000 here, our table has 20,000 records, clipboard can hold only 20,000. Sorry, clipboard can hold only 10,000 records, not more than that. So it maximum is 10,000. Exporting to Excel also maximum 10,000. Okay, and the maximum number of records to export also 10,000 only. Okay, everyone clear? These are the basic details about report definition rule. Other than this, look at here. I created a report definition rule. Okay, I am going to use state code and state name. See, this I am a developer. As a developer, I have created report definition rule. I am accessing. Actually, business wants to access these reports, right? So what is the purpose of business is going to access? They wanted to take the data and analyze the business. That's what reporting feature. Now, business people, when they log in, actually when they log into BRPC, they see the portal like this. They see, oh, I feel, guys, there is some issue here. 8.7 manager portal has issue. Hold on. Just close this and launch user portal. Okay. See here, when they log, business people when they log in, they see portals like this, Pega portals. Only developer will see like Dev Studio and all. Business people, they don't have Dev Studio. They cannot open the rule and run the rule. They cannot open the flow and run the flow. Executing flow different way, I'll explain you later. So now they can access the reports from here. What is the name of our report definition rule? Where is this BRPC environment? Hold on. See, this is the report definition rule. What is its title? SF. I have given report title is SF. Maybe I have given something like that. Okay, just like that I have given. Just check out this. Hold on. LIC report. Like this I have given. Save and then checking mark. Just I'm changing to a meaningful name for better sense of understand. And now you go with this. User portal. If you go to user portal here, they will go to reports and they should be able to see the report definition rule here. When they go to reports, let's wait. Is there any report definition rule just displaying here? Even in the manager portal, you can find it better actually. Let's go to this one. Hold on. Reports, not spaces. Reports. See here, how many reports are there? 47 reports are there. So out of these 47 reports, do we have our report which I have mentioned like LIC report? It is not available. So I created report definition rule. I did save. It is working fine. I tested everything in the development. Business users wants to access it, but that is not being shown up in the business users portals. So for that reason, you need to go to report viewer tab and there is an option display in report browser. You select this and let's say save this and then check in. Display in report browser option I have selected. So after you select this, access the user portal once again. Because manager portal is not loading properly, I am accessing user portal. Previously total number of reports 47, right? Let us see how many reports are there now. How many reports are there? 48. One got added. What was that? See here. Scroll down. What was the report? LIC. So if you want a report definition tool to be automatically available in the report browser of other business users portals, then you need to select an option on the report definition rule. What was the option? Display in report browser. Interview question, exam question, both. Understand? Now I'm going to, this manager or user or someone has logged in. He wanted to run the report. He will click on the report. Report will get executed. Data will be displayed. He can export to Excel. He can export to PDF. Understand? Everyone clear? And now where is the go back button? And next, so you go back here. Not only this feature. See, imagine a situation that manager is receiving the list of pending deliverables of products. Okay, list of products which are pending for delivery today. Today, how many products are pending for delivery? All that list, manager has to log into PRPC every day. There will be a report he will run and he will see the list of deliverable products for the client today, scheduled for today. For this, every day he is going to log into PRPC, run the report and get the data. But business is asking to simplify this process, saying that every day we don't want our people, business people, to log into PRPC and run the reports. We need a solution like this. Every day, the respective person should receive an email automatically. Every day morning 7 o'clock, he should receive an email. The email should contain an attachment. The attachment, when you open it, should have all the pending products list details. This is what the business requirement to implement. Everyone understand the requirement? What is the requirement? So every day we have to see the list of pending deliverables, okay, for that particular day. For that, we log into PRPC, execute a report and see that. But I don't want this. I want automatic, and every day morning 7 o'clock, I want an email to be received into my mailbox, which will have an attachment, Excel document or PDF document, which will have details about the pending deliverable products of that particular day. So I don't need to log into Pega. Okay, I can even access from my mobile, my mailbox, and I can see, I can call them and I can inform them the work and all. Okay, so this is the requirement to implement this. Everyone following online?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it audible clearly, everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm repeating once or twice. Even though little bit of break is there, I am repeating once or twice. Okay, look at here. See, to implement this, whatever the report that you wanted to have an email being received with the results, click on gear icon of that report and you are going to schedule it. This is called report scheduler. What is this? The report scheduler. This is the report I want to schedule. Schedule for 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, one time or recurring. Recurring means every day with the frequency of daily or weekly. Every day I want to receive 7 a.m. There is no end date for me for this. Every 7 days. I think this is not required. I don't know why they have made a mandatory field. Start date, starting from tomorrow onwards. Today is already over. There is no end date. Forever, I want this data into my email, and the results should be exported into PDF or Excel. I am going to choose. Send email to this operator related mail ID. Understand? Email will be sent to this person every day morning 7 o'clock with an attachment which contains results of report definition. Means automatically every day morning 7 o'clock report will run, export will happen, email will be composed, data attachments will be added into the email, and email will be sent across. In order to implement this type of task using other technologies, you need to take a lot of time. So if you want to implement this feature, it may take 2 months to implement. It is not so simple. Here there's a lot of coding involved. So but in Pega, it is a ready-made product, right? You are going to do it in just 2 minutes. Create a report, call the report here in the scheduling, done, completed. 2 minutes it will be done. So everyone clear online resources? This is a report scheduler. See, during the interviews, no one is going to ask you a question like, what is the report scheduler, how to schedule reports. Straightforward, no one will question you. Okay, so they will ask you I have list of pending products every day that are there in a table. I want an Excel attachment with the details of the table to be delivered as an email to me. That should happen regularly or weekly once, like that. So what is your approach to implement this? So you need to tell them that you have to create a report definition rule and fix the product ID, product name, product deliverable, partner phone number, and deliverable location, and with a condition of deliverable pending, delivery pending today. Then this report will give you required result, and make it available in the report browser and schedule the report by using report scheduler. That's it. That is the solution for this. So this is how interview questions will be during the interview times. Okay. These are the basic details of report. We will be working on reports going forward so many times. Make sense? So let me summarize everything what we have discussed about report definition rule. A report definition rule can be used to interact with the tables and retrieve the data. The data that is being retrieved by report definition rule. Okay, report definition rule to be created under reports category, and report definition rule to be created in the table class. And report definition rule, the data retrieved can be exported into Excel or PDF. That feature is available by default. And one more point is that we can call the report definition rule on a drop down or on a table layout, which is of list structure. And report can also be displayed like a chart. If you want a report definition rule to be having a chart option, at least one aggregate column should be there. And the chart type report definition rule can be called in the sections by using chart control. And report definition rule, once we create, by default it won't be accessible to business users. In order to make the report definition rule available to be accessible to business users through report browser, we need to choose an option under the report viewer tab. The option name, the option is a checkbox, display in report browser. Once we check it, it will be available there. And a report definition rule can be scheduled by using report scheduler from the other portals in order for the report to get automatically executed at the scheduled time and generate an Excel or PDF and attach this in an email and send across. Okay, so these are the basic details of the report definition rule. Joins and all we will be discussing later. Understand clear, everyone? Online resources.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you have said that it is an alternative approach for OBJ browse. So how it will be the clipboard structure?
See, when you are working with the report definition rule, you don't usually need to bother about clipboard structure. Okay, but still, see here, if you are going to run the report definition rule by calling here or by calling somewhere else, you can go to clipboard. On the clipboard, I'll show you the main basic page. PY report content something will be there. Anyway, you see such type of page. PY report content page, PX results, PX is of 1, 2, 3. What is the page name? PY report content page. Under that, again PX results same, code pega list, everything is same. Everything same, but this is a predefined page. PY report content page. Understand everyone clear? So this is where it will be available on clipboard. And report definition also internally calls activities only. I'll tell you the activity name. PX retrieve report data. What is the activity name? PX retrieve report data is the activity, ODB activity that runs in the background whenever report definition is called, which will retrieve the data. That activity again will have same logic like OBJ browse and all. See, when Pega is using OBJ browse and activity, why they are restricting us not to create an activity with OBJ browse? Why you are going to use report definition tool as an alternate? The reason is different. We'll be discussing later. Okay. So let's work on a business requirement where we are going to create a data type states. What is the data type? States with state code and state name. SBI. So we are going to create a states table. State code, state name will retrieve list of states codes and state names from states table, and we want to populate that in a state dropdown. But for this, we are not going to use activity. We are going to use report definition as a source for the dropdown. Understand everyone? write down business requirement. Working with drop down and report definition rule. Write down working with report definition rule and activity. Activity name is like requirement is create first point, create a data type, create a data type states create a data type states. Okay, columns state code state name, columns are state code state name. State code state name. Okay, write down. Modify customer details form, modify customer details form, customer details forms, modify customer details forms, state drop down as described below. Modify customer details form, state drop down as described below. As described below. Okay, write down. Remove the local list of state property. Remove the local list from state property. Remove the local list of state property. You remove it, okay, and then populate state drop down by using report definition rule. Populate state drop down by using which rule? Report definition rule. Okay. మీకు డాక్యుమెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను ఏమన్నా. Please mute someone. Vijay Kumar, please mute. Working with report definition and drop down. As per the requirement, I'm going to go with design algorithm. Populating state drop down, right? So what is the design algorithm? First step, create data type states. You know the columns and all. Next, create report. Now open state property, remove local list. Okay. Then open customer details section, call report on state drop down on state drop. That's it. Specify 590 5 Creating data type. You know how to create a data type, right? Already we have learned in the past class how to create a data type. Same practice. I'm not going to give entire navigation center. States and advanced. I want to create this at the top level, data and framework application. Framework application, organization data. Which rule set? Organization rule set. If organization data rule set is there, you can use it. Submit. Add two fields, state code and state name. What to do next? Records tab. Records tab. Configure source. Yes, let's add some data. See, while adding the data here, you just keep in mind that you add something related to countries, what you have already added there. Okay. Done. State table is created. See, after you create a data type, process command is going to create a data class. Process command is going to create properties, a table, physical table in the backend, class and table mapping. Apart from that, it is also going to create a report definition rule. It is also going to create a report definition rule by the name data table editor report. Using this report definition rule is a worst practice. If you join a project, many people, those who are tech leads also will use this report definition rule. Okay, but that is the not at all acceptable practice. Okay, I'll tell you why. Data table editor report means this report is just an image of the backend table. That's why it gets automatically created by Pega. See, if I am going to make changes to this report definition rule, let's see what happens. See here, state code is state name. All the state code state names are displaying. So I'm making changes to this report definition rule like this. Source column state code starts with T. Save this. Done. I made changes here. Suppose as per my requirement, I'm using this report definition rule somewhere. I'm happy. It is working fine. But what about the PRPC visual user interface for data table editor report? Is it got modified or not? So here the display is a table layout. The table layout source is data table editor report. If you make changes, this display will be gone. Business, if they come back and see this data table, they feel like only 3 records are there in the backend, but that is wrong impression. So never touch data table editor report for any reason. Okay, leave it and create a other new one. As it is, if you are loading entire data, you may use it. That's okay. Now you see all data will come back. They just displayed what is there in the backend. And now I am going to do what? Next step. Open state property. Open state property and remove what is that? Local list. Remove local list. How do you open state property? I should be making a transaction using live UI. opening the section, from section state control, edit icon, right? You know all that. Thank you. Where is it? State property. Somehow you open it, and this is in version 1. I wanted to make changes to it by removing all these things here. What should I do now? Version 1, can I make changes? Version 1 is locked. Already we have locked version 1. What should I do?
Save.
Already new
Save.
version is there. We should do save as. Is this the first time we are doing save as? Okay. So this is in version 1. This is in version 1, which is locked. You should not unlock as you know the password. Okay. Save as to make changes to latest version. I'm going to put it. Okay. I'm going to keep it in the latest version like before it was created like this. Application context, everything you properly choose. Create and open. That is okay. You can click on OK and that pop up. You know, don't need much bother about it. Click OK. And this is where you are now. Okay. And drop down control, everything is fine. And let me remove this local list. So what are you going to do now? Remove local list. I'm going to remove the local list. Okay, I removed. What should I do next? None. Choose none. Save. Done. Completed. Next, what should I do? Open customer details form. Customer details section. Form means section. Hello. బయలుదేరమ్మా చేస్తాయి ఎప్పుడే చేస్తా. Okay, see here, this is also in version 1. What should I do in order to make change? I have to make changes, right? So what should I do in order to make changes? You have to save as. That I am not giving the screenshot. You should know by default that if it is in locked version, you cannot make changes. You have to do a save as. Create and open. Okay, now what is the next step? You don't need to go to pages and classes and all. In case of report definition rule, you don't need to mention any pages. Directly the report definition rule, whatever it is there, that will be fetched. Okay, double click on state control. So once you double click on state control, so here you go now. Scroll down, include placeholder. What is placeholder means? What is placeholder? Placeholder is the default value, which is actually, it will not be placed on the clipboard. Report definition. ఆయన ఫోన్ చేశాడు, ఆయనకంటే ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేయి, గుంటూరు ఆయనకి మాట్లాడారు ఇప్పుడు. అలాగే సార్. So here you go now, states, copy this and paste here. This is the class where my report definition rule is available. So applies to means in which class your report definition rule is available, it is going to ask you. So you mention the class name here, the class where your report definition rule is, and reports to report definition rule name. More. Hey, why it is not coming? I did not save or what?
You did not create.
No, I did not create report. Okay.
No.
I'll go back. Okay, I'll create a report here. Okay, create report definition rule. See, in this requirement, you don't have anything modification of data table editor report. As it is, if you call data table editor report also, it will work fine. But avoid doing that. Don't use data table editor report. Let's practice to see how to create report definition rule by ourselves. Okay, creates reports category and report definition rule, and get states, fetch states, fetch states, create and open. There's nothing much, just a simple steps. And here you go now. Column source. State code. Click the down arrow. You'll see so many columns. STAT, STA, something like this. If you type, it will get highlighted. State code I want to choose and go with state name. Save. Done. Completed. Next, do what? Again, go back to this, and here you are going to call the report definition. This is fetch states, right? So fetch states will be available here after you create. So call the fetch states. And here you go now. Property for value. I want state code to be value. It will get copied automatically. You remove it and state name. Understand everyone clear? Submit. Save. Done. Create a case and test it. So now state dropdown should have 6 states being populated, right? Where is the flow? Process, flow, begin insurance flow, actions, and then drop. Flow you don't need to save as. Flow there is no need to do a save as further. Okay, that's not mandatory. Anyhow, we are going to stop using this flow. See here, this is the data where you have country, right? So in country you have India, all this. I'm choosing India. In state, these are the states that you are getting. Hold on. State, these are the states you are getting. See, future requirement is going to be like this. So as of now I'm choosing this. Suppose future requirement is going to be like, suppose if I choose India, this first value AP, TS, TN, these 3 should be loaded. Remaining 3 should not be populated in the dropdown. Suppose if I choose USA, America, then it has to load only New York, New Jersey, Texas. That is called cascading dropdown concept. We'll be working on it. As of now, this is basics of report definition rule. That's it. Understand everyone clear? How to use report definition rule as a source on a dropdown to populate values into dropdown at runtime. Okay, that's what we did now. And the next topic that we are going to discuss about is data page. What is the next topic? Data page. Okay, data page, while I explain you, I'm going to tell you city dropdown. We can populate city dropdown by using source of data page. Dropdown can be populated by using activity or data transform or report definition or data page. We're done with activity. We're done with the report definition rule. Let's see data page. Once data page concept is done tomorrow, we will be looking at parameters concept. Once parameter concept is over, we will work on cascading dropdown. Understand? Once cascading dropdown is completed, we'll stop using OB. We'll go to next method in the activity. Simple. Okay, everyone clear? So we are proceeding in our sessions by an order. Just it is like a sequence, some sort of project sequence it is. Okay, let me tell you all of you once again. See, we have sent you a message in the WhatsApp group yesterday, requesting you to subscribe to the latest YouTube channel. Okay, so the old channel, as we have already informed you, it is going to be down maybe in 1 or 2 days, so that all that videos will go under drain. There won't be any use. Okay, I mean, like, it will not be available at all. Okay, but I will be making videos going forward continuously and upload into new channel and with a better explanation. Okay, so that everyone can understand easily. That's how it is going to be done. And I request each and every one of you, not only you subscribe to the channel, also you forward it to all. We have around 13,000 subscribers previously. We never bother about the revenue that gets generated on YouTube channel. That will not give any revenue. This technology channel, what we have, the revenue will be not even more than 3,000. Okay, revenue, we don't get anything on that. We are not looking for revenue generated from the YouTube. Okay, but anyhow, 13,000 subscribers we lost, and you can even forward it to your friends or anyone and request them to subscribe if they are looking for some technical stuff available in YouTube. And this time we will just This channel we will make sure that it is organized properly. Previous channel, the organizing is not so good because we created some time back without any knowledge and all, without any expectations. And this time we will organize videos in a proper way. Okay, interview session videos at one place and technical explanation videos at one place, and something like this we will categorize. You'll be able to easily understand not only Pega, even other technologies also. Demos into one place. Like this will organize all this in a better way. Okay, so the channel, it will not come up in the YouTube directly if I search as of now. It will come in future once it has been indexed, okay, in the YouTube algorithm. And but anyhow, I have shared the link. This is what is happening, right? So there are strike-offs for many videos that we have, all Pega videos. Okay, exception handling video, routing, SLA, access role talk. See, you can see the comments. I'll show you. Hold on. You are an amazing teacher. That is okay. I'm not looking for that. See, once we send that message, some people have messaged saying that in the comment section itself. I cannot search that. I think is there down below somewhere. There are videos like data pages, SLAs, access roles. These are explained 1 hour plus videos, explained in detail. How do we get access to those videos? Are you going to re-upload? As it is videos, we cannot re-upload, but I'll make it possible to give you the same technical knowledge and all by making other videos. Those videos have been targeted to put a strike off. Okay, only those videos, because during explanation of those videos, even I have some comments been made. See, usually in case of Pega, while you are learning anywhere, okay, anyone here working on Pega? Anyone here already having prior knowledge about Pega?
Yeah, I have.
Anyone prior knowledge or working experience on Pega?
Yes, I am working.
Yes, I'll tell you some examples. If we discussed about call branch queue, did we discuss about call branch queue?
No,
Activity based.
No.
I think we did not come to that. This tracer and all we did not discuss. For example,
No.
call branch queue. Okay, take this one only, today's class only. Activity. Try to avoid activities, right? Try to avoid activities whenever it is possible. There was a question that gets circulated in the interviews world. For activity, report definition is an alternate in the situation which we have just now done, correct? Similarly, there is one more rule called data transform. Data transform is also an alternate for activity in some other situation. Interview question is like this. Interview question is going to be like, why data transforms are best practice compared to activities? Data transforms are best practice compared to activities. Okay, that is for sure. But your question is wrong. Question is not correct. It is not only data transform as a best practice. There are almost 10 rules available as an alternate to activity as best practice. Okay, now I'll tell you the answer also. The answer, why data transform? See, there is nothing right or wrong. If I am asking you this question, those who are already working on Pega or maybe who knows about Pega, I wanted to listen back to you the answer that might be the answer that is circulating in the market. What is the answer for this? Why data transform is the best practice for activity? Just answer, the person who is working on Pega. Just tell me what you know. That's it. I'm not going to point anyone. Just I'll tell you the fact. Why data transform is best practice than activity? Any idea? Anyone? You might have learned Pega already somewhere else. ఓపెన్ గా ఉండండి, ఎవడేం బీకలేడు. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు నేను నన్ను బీకేది ఏం లేదు, ఈ ఛానల్ తీపిచ్చేసి. Easy to maintain. This is one answer. Easy to maintain, better performance. No one can prove that. Okay, for answering it is okay, I can answer. Why do you answer like this? Everywhere you are reading the same. Who said data transform is easy to maintain than activity? How come it is easy to maintain? Where you can prove it? You cannot prove it. That is impossible. Activity has far better features than data transform. Activity is far easy to maintain than data transform. But you have to tell the same answer. Easy to maintain, better performance, then only interviewer will accept. Why? They know also same Pega. They also know the same Pega. I'll tell you one more question. Data in a data page, that is the future topic. If you select the node, one option node, if you select that, it will ask for access group. There is a question that everyone will ask in interview, 99%. Why we need access group for the node level data pages? What is the answer for this? I'll tell you. I don't want to ask them once again and put them into pressure. Okay. See, the data page has access group ABC. This will be available and accessible only to those operators who are matching with the access group. Other access group person comes and try to access this data page, but because the access group is not matching, it won't be available or accessible for them. This is the right answer for your interviewers, intelligent interviewers, for your information, for your intelligent Pega trainers, other trainers. That's where you are learning. That's what you are reading in the blogs. That's what you are reading or getting the knowledge from other YouTube channels also. Okay, but that is completely 200% wrong answer. Why people don't know the actual right answer or the correct subject? Learning the right way of learning is good always. See, you heard from someone, data page with a different access group will not be available or accessible for other operators whose access group is not matching. It sounds matching with the concept, but that is not the actual concept. You never tried researching on this. You listen from your friend, you say the same. You listen from the interviewer, you say the same. You go to your blog and read the same. You say the answer same. And you go to another YouTube channel, they will also explain the same, because also they got knowledge from somewhere else. No one has time to research this. But this is not the explanation. If you have to explain this, it will take 1 hour. If you have to explain why it is, it will take minimum half an hour. For you to answer, it will take minimum 5 minutes. But you said in just 1 minute, matching access group is not there for operator and database, it won't be accessible. But that is not happening in the reality. You don't know how to use access group of node level database, but you will be teaching everyone. You don't know basics of activity. Call branch. What is the difference? Call, when you call another activity, it comes back to calling activity and execute further steps. Branch, if you are using to invoke another activity, control will not return back to calling activity. This is what we are learning today from everyone else. But that is not the fact. It will come back. Why you don't know? Because you never research. You are just in a hurry to teach. You are just in a hurry to write your blog. You are just in a hurry to tell someone whatever you know. You don't have time to research on this. Like this, there are minimum 50 mistakes are there in the blogs related to different concepts that you are learning even from other trainers. But I don't want that to happen to my students. Okay, so at the time of learning, if you are learning something wrong, that wrong will become right for you forever. Okay, you believe in the same. As a result, you are going to make mistakes. You will not be considered as knowledgeable. When you go and sit with a perfect person, you will be gone. Okay, so this type of content is there actually. Okay, in our YouTube channel, we will make it available once again, no problem. Okay, so I request all of you, learn in a perfect way. See, if you are learning from me, you don't even need to review any blog. I did not even tell you about pdn.pega.com so far. What is the reason? You will not be able to understand PDN. Even you have 2 years experience on Pega, you go to PDN, you cannot understand. Our training session is a summary of the content taken from PDN only, but not directly from PDN. That is my experience, my knowledge, my expertise level. Everything I have drafted into a notebook. Okay, so like this, while you are learning, while you are learning at Harsha trainings, you don't need to go for any other source. No blog, no YouTube channel, not even pdn.pega.com. You don't need to go for that. Okay, even help content writers in PDN also, they are writing something wrong. How do you know that is wrong? When you're already an expert, you will come to know. Otherwise, you don't know. This is not their mistake. In the blogs they are writing because they are reading another blog. Another blog you read and you write here. Another blog you see and you create your video. Another video see, you create your video. Another trainer, you join the training program and copy from them, and you start training because you want to earn money. You don't want to bother about students at all. Okay. For a new learner, whatever I am teaching, that will be final for you, correct? When you don't know Pega, you already expert in Pega, you come to me for the training. If I'm going to teach you something, if I'm going to make a mistake, you'll find out. Who will know the quality of the training? Only those who are already having some knowledge, they'll know the quality of training. Otherwise, you will blindly believe and go and sit. If I'm going to tell you 10 topics in Pega, these are the 10 ultimate topics. This is how you implement business requirement. This is what complete Pega. You believe in it. But when you will come to know about the reality, when you're attending interviews, that time you will come to know about the real facts. So this is what, see, okay, let it happen. That's not a big deal for us. People, when they are not able to compete with the other people, they do this type of things. Okay, maybe mistake is also there from our end. We have displayed the tool in the YouTube. It is not only me, there are many people who have displayed, right? Is it only me? Is it only my channel? They displayed and they are doing so many mistakes. The mistakes are being carried forward in the YouTube videos and all. That's okay. We will create a new channel and we'll go with new channel. Anyone, if you have not yet been subscribed to our channel, please, I'll send a message once again. Subscribe and also circulate in your this one circle, and also regularly go through that videos. Okay, at least one video you watch per day. We have uploaded that real-time terminology. 5 videos uploaded, 6th video we uploaded today. All of you start going through real-world terminology. What is a Jira? What is a Scrum methodology? And what is Jira tool? Why we need it? Defect management tools, team structures, teams coordination, deployments, like this. All that is explained in the 6 videos. Now, if you go, only 10 videos are there. Out of 10, 5 are real-time terminology. Start watching those videos from today onwards. All of you. Those who do not have any employment experience in IT industry, that will help you a lot. Okay. So fine, we'll wind up for today. I have to send you the document, or I shared it already. I'll share the document now. We can wind up. Thank you so much. Easy to maintain is wrong, Ranjan. That's not your problem. Leave it. I'll tell you later.